Imagine pulling in $100,000 every single month in passive income. That's not a dream. My friend Thach, it's his reality right now. And here's the twist. It wasn't his hustle and grind that got him there. It was a mindset transformation, and I've been his guide in that transformation. Now, recently, Thach invited me to speak at his elite Inner Circle Mastermind group. This is 40 top-tier investors who all paid $35,000 each to be in the room. But here's the good news for you. You don't need to pay a dime to get the same insider knowledge that I shared with them that day, because I'm going to take you behind closed doors right now so you can learn the exact mindset shifts that I taught them to thrive in 2025. Check it out.
So I started real estate in 1991. I met his dad, Mike Ferry, in 1994. Some of you guys know this. I share this a little with you guys. When I started, I was, came from South Seattle. English was my fifth language, not my second language. And, I grew up in South Seattle, a little bit on the ghetto side. And as I got into real estate, when I was a young middle schooler, I was teased by three rich white kids I got shipped from South Seattle over to this area called Queen Anne. And I was in a band, and these kids made fun of my fake penny loafer. And because I saw that everyone in the school all wear penny loafers, and I thought I want to fit in, so I bought penny loaf from Payless. And
I don't think the young kids know what a penny loafer is.
Yes. Well, it's
a shoe.
It's a shoe. It's a shoe.
It was hot back then.
Very stylish shoe.
It's hot.
Yeah.
If you can afford even imitation penny loafer, you're like, wow. So they tease me. They go, "Where did you get those penny loafer from?" And I said, "From Payless." And they laugh. And the whole entire band class laughed. And in that moment, today I understand this now because I'm older now, and I learned a lot of this stuff from Matthew. And I lived my whole life with this story. And when you're a kid, this is what I said: I'm stupid because I'm poor. And that's the filter I lived my whole life through, all the way through as a real estate agent. And how it show up is like, if I wouldn't door knock a neighborhood where most of the white people live because it intimidates me. I would door knock a neighborhood where a lot of the black people, a lot of the minority live. And for many years, I did that. And even though I started making money, I became a millionaire, but I still live behind those filters. And I wasn't really never empowered to really shine bright. And so what happened with Matthew was my real estate coach at Mike Ferry, but one of the things that's unique about Matthew is that he don't teach just real estate, just like I don't teach nothing about investing. So he started telling me, "Thach, we got to start working on your being, because you're doing the right thing, my friend, but you're just producing small results for who you're being, and your light's very not that bright. We need to brighten up this light of yours, and we need to work on your being." So Matthew recommended me going to Landmark Forum to really discover this filter. And when I discovered that, him and we really work on making peace with the past and leave the past in the past so that I can start fresh, like a white chalkboard, all fresh. And so I can reinvent myself as a new person. And William, you understand it because you gone through the Landmark recently. And so for me, when I understood this, and I really got the opportunity to clean slate and start to recreate my life, right? And that's when Matthew and I spent a lot of time together. Him and I have been friends now for 15, 20 years. And the thing that Matthew really teach me is to help clear the past in the past. That way we can have a clean chalkboard. And then from there, what do we want? And so he's been somebody who has been massively influenced in my life on how to create from nothing. And that's the only time you can really reinvent yourself, recreate, reset, realign yourself. And that's been the biggest change for me. And that's why I try to instill a lot in you guys. But I said to Matthew, our theme this year is reset, refocus, get realigned, so we get all re-energized.
Love that.
And so I said, Matthew, you're good at that, bro. Can you come and really share that? Because I want to have everybody today really ponder when they leave, Matthew, like, wow, what's that filter?
Yeah.
Right? And how do we reset this so all of them can shine bright?
I love that.
So with that, you guys, let's get into my real good friend, Mr. Matthew Ferry.
Thank you, brother. You can thrive in 2025, but you got to reset, refocus, realign,
and get energized. And there's some blocks to that. You know, it's a weird world out there right now. We're in a time of great transition. You know, the world is on fire. It's also underwater. Money's all jammed up. Interest rates are, you know, fluctuating and making it hard to buy properties and make them pencil. We have political uncertainty. We have like the strangest economy that we've ever seen in American history. You know, people can't afford to buy houses because there's a housing shortage, but people want to buy houses, but they can't. Then if you price the home well, it sells immediately. But if you are greedy and you try and price it too high, it doesn't sell. You have people, then you get the deal together, then it falls apart. It's a weird world out there. And you can, though, thrive in 2025, but you're going to have to reset, refocus, realign, and get energized. And that's hard to do, not just because of the external circumstances. It's also hard to do because our family members are whack. They're distracting, they got problems. You're generally going to be the top dog in your family, and you may not be acknowledged it. You may have like parents who are pretending like they're the top dogs, but that's just because they're old. But you are the go-getter. You are the hustler, the one who's making it happen, the new leader in your family. And what comes with that? Guilt, obligation. You have double standards happening, not only in yourself, but in your family. You have demands on your time, your money, your energy. We got money problems. Doesn't matter how much money you have. I just want you to know, I have a client who I worked with for about 20 years, and in that time, he became a billionaire. And I remember in 2020, he called me up and he's like, I think I'm going to have to take my name off of the building at the university because I don't have the money to pay the university, right? Like even at billions of dollars, he's freaking out because he can't have his name on the building. Turn to the person next to you and say, I'd like to have those problems. I'd like to have those problems. We got money problems, we got health problems. Energy is inconsistent. You know, there are times in which you're like, yes, I can do this. And then there are times when you're like, well, everybody else is doing it, and how come I'm not? You have focus problems. Like all of this stuff is happening. It happens to everybody. Nobody escapes it. I don't care who you are. All of that stuff is happening in our life. And it blocks us from thriving in 2025. And what there is to do is reset, refocus, realign, and get energized. And I just want you to know, Thach brought me in because that's my specialty. That's what I get hired to do. Now, I know that a bunch of you have known me lately as teaching you NLP sales tactics. And that's just because Thach is like, Matthew, please teach my people how to sell so that we can get more deals. And I just want you to know, I've been loving teaching the sales part of the process. But for the last 20 years, I've been in the lab developing a proprietary mindset methodology that helps people overcome their obstacles and get back into energy and flow and be as productive as you want to be. And so much so, I've been developing it to the point where in 2022, my methodology was peer-reviewed by the social sciences community of the world, essentially, and then presented at Pepperdine University at the World Social Sciences Conference, and then published in a prestigious journal. So what I talk about is not just some guy's opinion. What I talk about was some guy's opinion that now the science community of the world is like, no, that's real. That's substantiated, that works. So I want you to listen from that frame. I've been helping top performers like you for the last 30 years. So we can thrive in 2025. But we're going to have to reset, refocus, realign, and re-energize, baby. So everybody write down the word reset, if you would. I'm going to tell you to write things down. I just want you to know it's not a mandate. It's just, I'm a teacher. So I say things like that. Write this down. But only write it down if you want to. If you want to just stay entranced, great. If you want to go to sleep, great. If you want to daydream, fantastic. We want to reset our nervous system in 2025. What happens is the nervous system actually remembers trauma. It remembers the bad things. And it does that because you are, like me, a survival monkey. Your physical body does its best
to survive. The problem is real estate investing is a thriving activity. It's not a surviving activity. A surviving activity is the job you do to make money. That's a surviving activity. The thriving activity is you investing, building wealth for your family, creating cash flow. That's thriving. But your nervous system is not optimized for that. Your nervous system is on edge, ready for something bad to happen. And I'll tell you, the fastest way to kill a deal is to go into it ready for something bad to happen. The fastest way to get a seller to say, no, I'm just going to sell with a realtor, not you, is to reek of desperation and survival energy. So we have to reset our nervous system. We also have to reset our environment. The environment is still relating to you like who you were before. And I'd be willing to bet, if we did an assessment, I'd be willing to bet that 60 to 70% of your environment does not support you in being a wealth creator. I'd be willing to bet that your environment supports you in being the child that you were, the brother and the sister that you were, the husband or the wife that you used to be, the worker. It doesn't support you in being the financial leader in your family. I'm proposing, and we're going to do some work on that today. We also need to reset our mindset. Your mindset is something that you can immediately change. It will then change your behavior. You can then change your environment. And if you change your mindset, you can also shift your nervous system. So if we work on your mindset, it's actually at the top and it'll just cascade down. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to propose that we're going to shift the nervous system and your mindset using a combination of meditation, visualization, breath work, and enlightened perspectives. And I want to run that down for you. Then we're going to stop. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to breathe. We're going to reset. And we're going to get this body right here, your body right there, to start moving in the direction of doing everything that Thach and Stephanie are telling you about. Because you know that what they talk about works, right? Yes. And yet being able to do it is a completely different thing. And the body actually gets in the way. And over time, what I've found is if we can combine these things together, all of a sudden you'll take action, even though you don't know why. It's just like, I just feel good. I just am going to do it today. I'm going to do the thing that Thach just said. So meditation is about rewiring your brain for success. I don't know if you know this or not. Meditation is not woo-woo. It used to be woo-woo back when we were dumb. But we're not dumb anymore. We're smart now. We've figured things out. And what we've realized is that meditation changes the brain's structure and function. It enhances neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to adapt and rewire itself. And I propose that today we rewire your brain just a little bit for you to achieve your financial goals. Who would like to achieve their financial goals this year? Say me. Me. Yeah, baby. So when you meditate, the amygdala, which is right in the middle of your brain, which is the brain's stress and fear center, it becomes less active. If you have your amygdala active while you're trying to do real estate deals, you'll make dumb decisions. You'll make decisions based on the delusion that you have to protect yourself when really what you're trying to do is optimize for yourself. And this means you're going to make better decisions under pressure. You're going to be less reactive to setbacks. You're going to heighten your focus on what truly matters. So that's meditation. Visualization is about connecting to the results that you desire. Did you know that visualization is a tool that's used by peak performers all over the world? That visualization, like athletes, CEOs, and innovators, they use it to improve their focus, reduce anxiety, and solve complex problems. So think about it like this. We're about to do this. By vividly picturing the solutions and the outcomes to your goals, you train your brain in advance to get done what you want to get done. I'm going to really blow the description of this study, but stick with me. There's a study done, 3 groups of kids. One group of kids was shooting baskets every day, free throws. Another group of kids was visualizing shooting free throws every day. And a third group of kids didn't do anything, nothing. Then they tested all 3 kids after a certain period of time. The kids who visualized doing free throws every day shot more baskets than the ones that practiced every day, and obviously the ones that didn't do anything. In the 70s, the Russians actually swept the Olympics. And later, slowly but surely, it leaked out that they had been employing 50% of the time the athletes were visualizing winning the races, and then the other 50% of the time they were training. So the more you do, the less you succeed. The more you visualize, the more you succeed. So I want you to keep that in mind. Then the last thing, or not, 2 more things, then we're going to put in breath work. Does anybody know what breath work is? Everybody just do this really fast, breathe in and out of your nose. Like, that's breath work. We're going to do some of that. And this is really energizing the mind and the body to take bold action. Breath work is really the secret weapon of high performers, because high performers know the way you get brain power and the way you get energy is what? Oxygen. High performers know that. And so if you ever feel stuck, what there is to do is to breathe. This enhances physical and mental, emotional well-being. It improves cardiac health. It reduces blood pressure. It optimizes respiratory function. It calms the nervous system. It clears the fog. And it boosts your cognitive ability. Who would like to be smarter? If you're going to be a great investor, you have to improve your cognition. And so the last thing is something that most people don't know about because I invented it. And it's called enlightened perspectives. Enlightened perspectives is a way of recontextualizing your reality. It makes you physically, emotionally, and mentally strong. So enlightened perspectives are phrases that we have actually proven make you physically strong. Now, when you're in the middle of a negotiation, do you want to be weak or strong? You want to be strong. Unfortunately, most of the thoughts that you have make you weak. When you get weak, you react. When you react, you do dumb things. You lose deals, you make dumb deals, you make deals that don't work for you long term, you end up stuck in transactions you don't want to be stuck in. I'm going to propose to you that that happened out of weakness in the moment, and you didn't know that the words you were using made you weak. So enlightened perspectives remind you that all is well. So they do 2 things. They make you physically strong, and they imply that all is well in the world. Now, all is well in the world is actually a contextual framework that is only available to people like you. Are you actually trying to survive? No, but you are optimized for survival. But you also, because you were attracted to Thach, there is clearly something in you that says, I want to thrive. That's a different gear. You can't get to that gear if you think something is wrong. And if you look at your life and you look at your world, you will recognize a lot of your life is spent thinking something is wrong. A lot of it. And if you think something is wrong, then you're going to react rather than respond. So enlightened perspectives help you to operate from a state of all is well. They make you physically strong so that you can respond and not react. We're going to combine all 3 of those things together. So we're going to meditate to quiet the mind and get the mind primed for clarity. We're going to visualize. We're going to focus your mind on the powerful outcomes. We're going to breathe and activate the body's physiology. And then we're going to use enlightened perspectives to get you strong and to get you to know that all is well. And we're going to do it through a proprietary methodology that I created called rhythmic breathwork. So we're about to do some rhythmic breathwork right now. We're going to do a 9-minute session. Now, one thing you should know is that there are no rules to this process. So people, especially if you come from Eastern traditions have all these rules about meditation. And I will tell you that all those rules were created by well-meaning people who had this awesome experience meditating. And then, if they were here in California, they would have said something like this, like, bro, dude, you got to try this meditation thing that I'm doing. Like, here's how we do it. It's like, mind-blowing. Now, they weren't in California at the time. They were other places in the country 6,000 years ago, other places in the world. But those traditions carried on. And what I want you to know is those traditions don't necessarily apply to you. Here's what works in meditation. Do it your way. However the hell you want to do it. You want to keep your eyes open? Great. You don't want to breathe? Great. CG, my longtime friend, protege, works with me. She has a no rapid breathing policy. We are going to do rapid breathing. And I want you to know, she's like this, not doing it. Nice and slow the whole time. You do what works for you, okay? Now, I'm going to take you through this process. It's recorded, and this is a combination of music that I've made that is down-tempo electronica. What you might not know about me is that I have a Billboard charting hit in the electronica music industry back in the day. I've made several albums in electronica, and so I combine all my passions together. I also am doing a little bit of rapping in this, but white guy style. Look at this face, okay? That style. But it's all rapping in light and perspectives, okay? I call it lyrical poetry instead, but you get the picture. The game for you is going to be to visualize what your goals are. So everybody write down right now the goal you're going to visualize during this process. Write that down. What is the goal you're going to visualize during this process? And then here's my suggestion. My suggestion is you sit back in your chair, you relax, maybe you keep your hands in your lap, maybe you put your hands on the table, maybe you put your hands in here, maybe you fold your arms, whatever works for you. The other thing is, if your nose is stuffed up, don't breathe out of your nose. You'll get snot all over. Instead, breathe out of your mouth. If you're breathing out of your nose and it doesn't feel comfortable, breathe out of your mouth. If you're breathing out of your mouth and it doesn't feel comfortable, breathe out of your nose. If you want to do a combination, do a combination. If you want to hold your breath for 9 straight minutes, go ahead. There's no right way to do this. But I do promise you that if you follow my instructions during the video, we will realign what's going on inside of you. Are you ready? Yes. Here we go. Close your eyes for me, and let's do this.
Rhythmic breathwork. Rhythmic breathwork. Manifest your goals and dreams using your breathing. Let's start with some long-held breaths. Breathe in. Hold it. Please set the intention for enlightened consciousness to flow through your relationship to manifestation. Breathe out. Hold it. Please set the intention to be a clear channel for manifestation. Breathe in. Please set the intention to use your breath to align your body, mind, and soul with your goals. Breathe out. Please set the intention to allow the creative force in the universe to create your wildest dreams. Breathe in. Please set the intention to allow the joy of manifestation and the joy of creation to bubble up and take over your body. Breathe out. Please set the intention for peace, purpose, and prosperity. Now get ready to pick up the pace twice as fast. Here we go. Breathe in. Your goals aren't your goals. Surrender. Breathe out. Creation is creating through you. Let go. Breathe in. You're the creative force creating. Allow. Breathe out. You are creation creating. Surrender. Breathe in. Surrender to the ideas of your goals. Breathe out. And admit that your goals are inspirations. Breathe in. Release your attachment to the outcome. Breathe out. Surrender to the flow. Allow. Let it go. Keep holding. Keep holding it out. And begin to visualize what you are manifesting today. Breathe in. Hold it. Get connected to the feeling. Feel it coming into existence. Breathe out. Hold it. Start to see it happening from different angles and different points of view. Breathe in and get ready for rhythmic breath work. You're going to push out on the downbeat. It'll naturally suck in. 48 seconds. Here we go. Push, 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 push. See the goals happening, filling you with joy. Visualize your goals now, filling you with joy, filling you with joy. Push, 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 push. Surrender to the action required to complete. See yourself in action, see yourself in action. Release your attachment, it's time to let go. See yourself in the flow, unconcerned, let it go. Smiling and happy though, smiling and happy though. Your goals are the universe creating within you. It's time to surrender and let them come through. Now let's take a deep breath in right now and hold it. Contemplate this idea. My goals are the universe creating. There is nothing to worry about. Blow out. My goals are the universe creating. There is nothing to worry about. Breathe in. I am nature. Nature is creating. I am surrendering to the creative force. Blow out. My worries are just attachments, exaggerated fears of losing imaginary benefits. Breathe in. I am the self-organizing creative force of the universe. Some goals will happen, others won't. Breathe out. Your attachments are just a drunk monkey getting fearful that an imaginary future won't happen. Now breathe in. Release your attachment to the future. Breathe out and make peace with how things are right now. Breathe in. Honor that right now is perfect exactly as it is. Breathe out and let go of any need you have. In. Release any illusion of have to. Out. Let go of the lie that you must do something. In. Release the illusion that you should do something. Out. Let's go on a gratitude rampage with 4-count breathing. You ready? Here we go. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. What are you grateful for right now? Go on a rampage. Who are you grateful for? Go on a rampage of appreciation and gratitude about every aspect of your life. Be grateful for everything in your life right now. No change required. Go. Be grateful for the smallest things. All right, here we go. Take a deep breath in, hold it. Keep holding. And as you do, release any attachment to your goals. Blow out. And just know that what you want is coming. Surrender to that. Breathe in. And get excited. Get excited about the goals that you have set for yourself. They're coming your way. Breathe out. Rhythmic breath work. Manifest your goals using your breathing. Push out and it'll naturally pull back in. Here we go. Breathe in. Push, 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 push. See the goal happening, filling you with joy. Visualize your goals now, filling you with joy. Surrender to the actions required to complete. See yourself in action, create a quantum leap. Release your attachment, it's time to let it go. See yourself in the flow, unconcerned, let it go. Now take a deep breath in right now and hold it. And I want you to get ready to get excited, to get energized, to fill every cell in your body with the belief that your goals are going to manifest. Blow out. Are you ready? Are you ready to get energized? Take a deep breath in right now. Let's do this. Here we go. Push, 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 push. Feel your body, lift your body, energize your body. Energize your body with optimistic energy. Come on, get excited. Let's go, ramp it up. Push, 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 push. Ramp up the energy, ramp it up. Come on, you can do this. Get super excited right now. Here we go. Take a deep breath in right now and hold it. Remember that your goals aren't your goals. You're the creative force creating. Blow out. Hold your breath as long as it feels comfortable to you. Be at peace with life exactly as it is. And be eager for more peace and prosperity to come. Practice total and complete acceptance of the circumstances, yourself, the people around you, and trust that all is well.
All is well, everybody. Take a moment right now and just write in your notes what you are going to realign to become the true financial leader in your family, leading the next generation into the prosperity and the wealth that America promises that you can have, that you're going to finally grab and make happen. Write it down right now. What is the realignment that you're going to make? Now let's just shout some out to inspire people. What are you going to change? What are you going to realign in order to bring this into reality? Just yell something out. Say it again. Time. Realignment of time. What else? Systems. Is that systems? Yes. What are you going to realign to bring about this transformation in your wealth creation?
More work for me, Matthew, is I need to be more appreciative and more joyful.
More appreciation and joy, because you guys know when he's there and he's leading a group, people are sparked. When he's there and he's making a video, it's attractive. When he's there and he's talking to his sons, they actually respond. When he's there and he's doing a deal, things work. We're attracted to someone who's joyful. Why? Because if you're joyful, clearly you got it together. You're not in a threat state. You don't need anything from me. If I'm grumpy or if I'm serious, I will tell you right now, the worst thing you could possibly be is serious. Seriousness implies I'm going to make sure that nothing gets screwed up. It applies that there's some hidden agenda of fear running in the background. Everybody write this down. Take your meds daily, M-E-D-S. Take your meds daily. Meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. Your meds. Take your meds daily. Anytime I have a client who is out of alignment and they need to renew and take off like that, anytime I have a client who needs to get realigned and renew, I ask them to take on their meds immediately. Do meds for 30 days straight and your life will transform. Meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. The thing to remember is that exercise is different for everybody. For me, exercise is do a plank. That's it. That is my totality of exercise.
It's not like moose.
Yep. Me and Moose, we got it together. That's right. Do a plank. That's all I need. Diet is different for everybody. Don't listen to anyone about diet except for your body. Your body's the only thing to listen to. And then sleep is one of the most important things. If you haven't watched the TED Talk called Sleep is Your Superpower, watch that TED Talk. Sleep is one of the single most important things that you can get. And if you're not sleeping well, it should become one of your highest priorities. In 2020, 2021, 2022, I did an experiment to see how long I could sleep every day, and I got myself up to 12 hours of sleep per day.
Oh my God. You're a bear.
I am a bear. Last night I went to bed at 10. This morning I got up at 8:30. I only got up at 8:30 because Kristen called me. Otherwise I probably would have slept till 10. So sleep more. Sleeping more is better. Sleeping also tells your body, I'm good. When you're like, getting up, we gotta go, right? When you're freaking out, you're not at your best. Everybody write down, to refocus, connect with your most cherished experience. To refocus, connect with your most cherished experience. Now I'm going to play some music to inspire you, and I want to get you connected to your most cherished experience. Now, your most cherished experience, my friends, is that experience that you have when everything is awesome. And I don't know what it is. For Thach, it's joy. For me, it's peace. For CG, it was swagger for a while, but what is it now, CG? Unleashed. She feels unleashed. It might be creativity. It might be fun. It might be play. It might be silly. I don't know what it is, but let me take you through a series of questions to get you connected to this, because every goal that you have is actually a goal to make this happen. Every goal that you have, it's really a goal because you think, once I have all the money, then I will be joyful. And I just want you to know it's bullshit and it doesn't happen. And I know I'm currently coaching 2 billionaires, and I will tell you that that money ain't bringing them no joy. Joy is a context. Joy is a commitment. Joy is an experience that you have because that's what you choose. You can make anything joyful if you recognize you're not actually in survival, which is tough because your body says you're in survival all the time because your body was optimized by your ancestors. Everybody right now, thank your ancestors for keeping you alive. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you for that. So the question I have for you is this. 2025, you hit it out of the park. It's the best year of your entire life. What are some of the game-changing results, specific, measurable results? Start writing. What are some of the game-changing, specific, measurable results that you achieve? What blows your mind? Write down some results that blow your mind. Say it again. That's right, future self. It's the end of the year, 2025. You blew it out of the water. What happened? Then I want you to look at that, whatever you just wrote down, and I want you to ask yourself this question. What's important about those things that I wrote down for me? What's important about that for me? Not for anybody else, for me. Now go one step farther. Look at everything you wrote down, and just ask yourself this question. What will all of that do for me? Both the first question and the second. What will all of that do for me? See if you can take it to a higher level. Like, what will it really, really, really do for you? Everybody write this idea down, because without even knowing it, we're out of alignment with our environment. We don't even know it. We don't know that we are growth-oriented and no one else cares. We don't realize, we think, doesn't everybody want to grow? Doesn't everybody want to become rich? Doesn't everybody want to become wealthy? Like, hello, isn't that what, don't we all want to do that? I just want you to know, almost everyone else in your life thinks you're crazy. They think you're crazy. But if we're being honest, we walk around like, we're not crazy. This is the right way to be. Come on, dummy, you need to get on board. And I just want you to know, ain't nobody getting on board. This is it. That's why we come together in groups. That's why we honor Thach for organizing this group, giving us an opportunity. Thach, let me give you some money so that I can go be with my people. Because I'm telling you, your people ain't in your life.
And you might want to speak up. Leave them alone.
And leave them alone for sure. We'll get to that. Everybody write this down. Write down your life. Your life is what you say to yourself. Your life is what you say to yourself and others. Your life is what you say to yourself and others about yourself. Your life is what you say to yourself and others about yourself, others, and the circumstances. Your life is what you say to yourself and others about yourself, others, and the circumstances. That's what a human being's life is. But notice those first few words. Your life is what you say to yourself and others about yourself, others, and the circumstances. That's what your life is. Now, if we observed your life from another perspective, from another being, from your dog's perspective, it might be something totally different. But your life is just what you're saying to yourself and to others about all the stuff that's going on. That's all your life is. But we don't relate like that. We relate like, no, there's all this stuff going on out there, and I just want you to know that right now in this room, there are 36 completely different presentations occurring. There's the one I'm giving, and then there's the one you're talking to yourself about. And those are totally different things. If you looked at my notes, you'd be like, what the hell's this? That's not what I heard. Your life is what you say to yourself about yourself, others, and the circumstances. Now, everybody write this down. How people know me indicates how much prosperity and opportunity I have. How people know me indicates how much prosperity and opportunity I have. Your prosperity and your opportunity occur in a network. How people know me indicates how much prosperity and opportunity will come my way. If I want more opportunity, the only thing to do is change how people know me and change how many people know me. Change how people know me and change how many people know me. Human beings are not individuals. We have an illusion that we're an individual, but we're not individuals. We are a network of beings that are all operating in a similar fashion, and it's through the diverse attitudes and actions of the group that we are able to survive and ultimately thrive. The way that you take your thriving to the next level is you begin to think about, how do people know me and how many people know me? And I want you to know that there's only one thing in there. Turn to the person next to you and just go, blah, 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 blah. That's the whole thing, everybody. Blah, 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 blah. So you can see that my methodology over the last few decades has evolved. First, I was teaching Thach how to sell. How do I get this Vinglish to translate to all the English speakers? How do we get who he's being and what he's saying to positively impact the people around them so they go, I like you, I trust you, I'll do business with you? That was the first phase. Then later, I began to realize, I'm teaching people what to do. They can't do it. There's something going on mentally, emotionally, spiritually with them that is blocking them. That's what the last 15, 20 years of my life have been about, researching that methodology to figure out how to get you to do what you want to do. And I will tell you right now, you know you need to be talking to more people that you don't know. You know that. You don't do it. And you don't do it not because you don't know how. Turn to the person next to you and just say, hi, and introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Matthew.
I'm Alex.
Yeah, good to meet you, Alex. Yeah. Hi. Hi there, Moose. Hi, I'm Matthew. Yeah, good to meet you. Hello. Do you know how to do that? Did I need to teach that to you? No. What is stopping you? Turn to the person next to you and say, the drunk monkey. The drunk monkey in my head. The drunk monkey is a nickname that I came up with years ago and a little cartoon character, and it just helps us to externalize and vilify the negative self-talk in our head. Now, people know you by what you say and what you do. So what I want to know is, how do people know you? And everybody, the answer is so simple. You look at the opportunities that you have and what you have. So if we look at what you have and the opportunities that you have, we know how people know you. You don't have to look in here to figure out how people know you. You look at the results that you're producing. That's how people know you. The game is to shift your internal dialogue about who you are and what you're doing, and then shift your external dialogue about who you are and what you're doing. So everybody write this down. My ability to manifest my goals are connected to the expectations of the people in my life. My ability to manifest my goals are connected to the expectations of the people in my life. There was a time in which I was screaming inside my body. I knew that there was this mindset thing that I needed to work on, and I would go out and I want to talk to people about mindset, and they would go, that's great. Can we talk about objection handling? And I'd be like, objection handling? Ugh! I couldn't do what I wanted to do because people's expectations of me were something else. It took years of saying what I'm committed to over and over and over and over and over and over and over, having my words and my actions aligned before people started to go like, oh, you're the mindset guy. I'm like, finally, I'm the mindset guy. Your ability to manifest your goals and dreams are connected to the expectations of other people. They're not connected to the expectations of you. You think that you're going to manifest stuff. You're full of crap. You're not manifesting anything. The ideas that you have are a part of the network that you're inside of. The network represents a set of probabilities and possibilities. You are tuned to what those possibilities are because of the kind of person that you are. Therefore, you have these ideas. You don't even know where they come from. These ideas come through like, you know what I'm going to do? I've been watching these Thach videos, and I am going to burr some properties. I'm going to become a burr person. And the people around you are like, what, are you cold? What's happening here? Burr? What's it? You have these ideas that just come through, but your ideas get blocked by the network that you're inside of. You cannot do what the people around you don't expect. Their expectations are holding you into rapport. If you break rapport, your physiology will say, that's dangerous, you'll be left behind, you won't be a part of the group, you won't survive. Your physiology is working against you. So you have to practice saying what you want and behaving in a way that's congruent, and you have to be willing to deal with it's going to piss a lot of people off. Your friends and family will be like, oh, you see what that you're trying to do? You could be a rich guy. He had a lot of shit he had to deal with. So what's the way you do that? Everybody write this down. Give the gift.
Yes, you all know about that one.
Give the gift. So first you have your goal. Then what you do is you take your goal, you put it aside. Don't worry about your goal. Your goal is manifesting. You're an expression of that goal. There's no reason for you to get all weird about it. If you have the idea, it's likely it's already going to happen. If you have the idea, it's likely it's already going to happen. How do you activate it? How do you consolidate it? How do you make it go faster? You give the gift. You release your attachment. You put it aside. Then what do? You connect deeply with everyone. I was at lunch. I'm connecting deeply with the hostess who's putting on. I'm connecting deeply with the person giving me the thing. I'm being kind to every person that I possibly can. I'm recognizing that what I want is in the network. Everything I want is in the network of humans around me, and I will tell you right now, I have learned very early on, the more I think there's no way that this person is going to be able to get me anything, he's the janitor, Matthew. How the hell's he going to get you your goals? The more I think that, the more certain I am that that person can lead me to my goals. Because what I have found is that nature always follows the path of least resistance. So if I am thinking of someone and I want to talk to them and I'm filled full of anxiety, it's probably not that person. But if I feel comfortable telling my mom all about what I want to do, because she's my biggest supporter, I'm going to go connect deeply with my mom. Hi, Thach, you're my mom today.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to connect deeply with my mom. I want to find out all about what her goals and dreams are. I want to look to see if there's something I can do to support her, to uplift her, to make a difference for her. And then she's naturally going to want to find out what I've got going on, and I'm going to tell her what I've got going on, and I'm activating my idea in the network. It might not be today that Moose remembers what it is or has anything for me, but if I am connecting deeply with him and I've made an impression because I am a kind, loving, uplifting, supportive person, 2 months from now, he'll be in a conversation and be like, wait a second, do you know Matthew Ferry? And next thing you know, my dreams start to materialize out of nowhere through the network. Connect deeply with people, find out all about them. See if there's a way you can make a difference immediately, on the spot. Can you introduce them to somebody? Right? What did I do at lunch? Yeah.
I already have an agent that I work with or whatever. And then he just explained to me how to like turn around that response.
And then I sent him a link to one of my free trainings on how to handle objections. And so like I'm just trying to be a good man and make a difference in the network. When you do that, everything changes fast. If I take you and I put you on a deserted island, how much power do you have? None. You might have ingenuity, you might have creativity to survive more comfortably, but all power is in relationship to others. All power is in relationship to others. So the last thing I want to talk about, and then we'll wrap it up, is to re-energize. And I want to just ask you this question. What robs you of energy? Just yell some things out. What robs you of energy? Say it again. Other people. Other people. Say it again. Disappointment, right? So mental frameworks. What else robs you of energy? Stress robs you of energy. So it's your relationship to something is causing a stress response. What else robs you of energy? Kids. For sure. Kids are survival, right? Your job is to take your energy, give it to them so they can grow up and you can die. That's it.
For me, you guys, it's the balance of always going for more and not appreciating what I already got.
Yeah, so what we could say is ambition is backfiring on you.
That's right.
And ambition backfires on us because ambition's a form of greed. Greed is the fear that there won't be enough. So that's a mental framework. What I wrote down are these three things: your body, your relationships, and your structure. Your body, your relationships, and your structure. So what I want to talk about today is your relationship to your life, relationship to other people, your perspective, your point of view, how you describe the circumstances to yourself either empowers you and gives you energy, it's neutral, or it disempowers you and it robs you of energy. And most of us don't know that we're just describing things the way that our family described them. We don't know that our parents are debilitated. We don't realize that they're struggling and suffering, pretending like they're not. We know that they are being victims because it's a great way to manipulate us into doing stuff. They use guilt and obligation. These things all weaken you. What we want to do is shift that around. So I'm going to play you a song, and I want you to answer some questions for me. And the first question that I want you to answer is, what are you resisting in your life right now? What are you resisting in your life right now? I mean, let's be honest. For a lot of us, all the stuff that we have now, there was a time when we were just like, if I could have that, it would just be so amazing, it'd be incredible. And now we're like, oh God, I got this house, and this family, and these kids, and I got all these bills, and I got all this stuff that I'm going to pay for, and I got all these things that I have to do. And I just want you to know that there was a time when you were like, if I could only have that. There's one thing that we can count on for human beings, and that is to think about things in a crappy way and to debilitate themselves and to make themselves feel bad. Why? What is the goal of feeling bad? What is the goal of victimhood? Create change. Create change. Your ancestors created change through pain. But creating change through pain is not a viable long-term solution for a person committed to thriving, and that's you. I'll give you an example of shifting your context. 3 umpires. You had a master umpire, you have a relatively experienced guy, and you got a brand new guy. And the master umpire is giving a little lesson on umpiring today. They're in the dugout beforehand, and the master umpire is sitting here in front, or standing in front of his 2 guys, and is like, all right, men, just going to start with one question. How do you call a strike? The new guy, eager, he's just like, whoa, look, you know, you look at the ball, and if it comes in, and if it's in the strike zone, you call a strike. And the master umpire, no. Both guys, what? He says, what about you, Joker? He asks the more experienced guy. The more experienced guy says, well, you know, I'm standing back there. I watch the pitcher wind up and throw, and then I'm looking to see, is it in the box or not? And the master umpire looks at him and goes, it's not how you call a strike. And both of them are confused. And he looks at them both and he says, you're the umpire. The ball ain't nothing till you call it. Turn to the person next to you, look them right in the eye and say, you're the umpire. Your life ain't nothing till you call it. Your life ain't nothing till you call it. It ain't nothing till you call it. But you're walking around, look at your list. You made that list. And I just want you to know, that list sucks because of you. The list doesn't suck, you suck. You suck at describing things in a way that make you neutral or even empowered. Neutral is fantastic because neutral is nothing. Empowered is even better, but you can't always get there. But you can at least be neutral. So everybody write this down. If I'm going to make things up, if I'm going to make things up, I might as well make things up that feel good. So the last thing that I want you to do is I just want you to think about it in this way. A peaceful mind is an energized mind. A peaceful mind is focused. A peaceful mind is aligned. A peaceful mind is engaged and it's energized. And what I'd like you to do right now is I'd like you to make a list of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 things that you could do in 2025 that would bring you more peace. Everybody write that down now, please. What would bring you more peace? A peaceful mind, my friends, is a prosperous mind. A peaceful mind is a powerful mind. Peace of mind is not a luxury. Peace of mind is a tool that you can use to honor that you are the leader of your family, that you're creating wealth for your family, that you have a vision for where you're going. And when you're at peace, you can deal with all the crap that comes with that. And there's a lot of flack. When you're the tip of the spear, you get a lot of stuff coming at you. The game is to stay aligned so that you can have an amazing 2025. Who wants to thrive in 2025? Yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your attention.